and I'm not going to say her last name. I don't want to wreck it. Campaign kickoff. If you're in Kansas, you really should pay attention. We'll get set up and yeah.
And the people of Kansas have not elected a Democrat to the United States Senate.
Ooh, it's Daniel. Oh, by the way,
so
pancakes.
we were going to be able to say that we were there when history was changed. And where Kansas, it's appropriate to cheer, where Kansas flipped the script and elected a Democrat to the United States Senate. And a woman.
An amazing one.
So again,
Almost done, dude.
So again, thank you so much for being here. Please get some pancakes. They're here for you. And I see free COVID tests over there. I've never seen that in an event before. Good job, campaign staff. So I'm going to introduce my friend, Diana Hicks. She is the AFGE National District Vice President for District 9. So she's a union leader. And again, we love unions, right?
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, sir. Good job. Thank you. Am I close enough? Can I hear me? Okay. Okay. Good morning, Kansas, and happy Labor Day to all the friends of labor and the champions of the working class. There's no better day than Labor Day for Ann Parelkar to kick off her campaign for U.S. Senate. She understands that a majority of Americans wake up each day and go to work for basic human survival, water, food, and shelter. This isn't just an event, it's a battle cry for Kansas families, and I'm honored to be a part of it. I'm Diana Hicks. I was born and raised in Kansas, and I still live in Topeka because there's no place like home. As the National Vice President of the American Federation of Government Employees, District 9, that represents roughly 100,000 members between Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, I'm proud to be the first woman ever elected to this seat in 93 years of AFGE's history. AFGE is the largest federal labor union in the world. We represent over 700,000 federal employees, including 4,000 right here in Kansas. I've worked alongside these dedicated public servants at our Fort Riley military base, our federal prisons, VA facilities, and Social Security offices across the state. And I'm here to fight like hell for the workers who keep this country running. Labor Day isn't just a feel-good picnic. It's a declaration of war against worker exploitation. The labor movement was born from blood and sweat. 12-hour shifts in deadly factories, paychecks that starved families, and bosses who treated workers like disposable tools. In 1882, brave souls marched for fair wages, sane hours, and the right to organize unions. They faced beatings, corrupt courts, and armed troops, but they didn't back down. That unyielding fight gave us the 8-hour workday, the weekend, an end to child labor, not as a gift from the powerful, but as a victory seized by workers who demanded respect. That's our bloodline. That's our battle cry. We honor Labor Day by channeling our rage into razor-sharp strategy and unbreakable solidarity. Because if we don't, they're going to erase it, and they're already starting. Federal workers are the backbone of this nation. VA caregivers healing our heroes, TSA officers keeping us safe, Social Security specialists fighting for seniors and the disabled, IT warriors defending our technology, and inspectors shielding our food supply. They don't beg for praise. They demand fair pay, solid benefits, and the dignity to build lives without fear. But make no mistake, their jobs, their union, and their futures are being targeted in a vicious assault. There's a coordinated war to silence unions, crush bargaining rights, starve federal agencies of funding, and privatize public service so greedy elites can line their pockets while workers get crushed. Efficiency is their smokescreen for mass firings, union busting, and sneaky attacks on protections we fought for. The strategy is ruthless. Demoralize us, divide us, defund us, and dominate us. But we won't take it lying down. Our response is to take it to court, organize harder, educate louder, mobilize fiercer, and vote like our lives depend on it, because they do.
They do. They do.
The human toll is a nightmare we can't ignore. Slash public jobs in Kansas communities bleed out, losing stable paychecks and power local businesses in our economy. Cut VA staff and our veterans suffer endless waits for care that they've earned in blood. Hollow out Social Security offices in Kansas seniors and the disabled are abandoned, denied the benefits that they paid in for decades. Eliminate food inspectors, and our family safety is sold out for profit. This isn't efficiency, it's sabotage, leaving Kansas families broke and our communities vulnerable. And where's the damn oversight? Our current senator is hiding out in Florida instead of standing up for Kansas, while the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, rampages unchecked, threatening thousands of federal jobs in Kansas with zero accountability. Congress wields the power of the purse, yet when DOGE attacks the very workers who serve us, there's no fight back. Absent leaders, physically and morally, mean working families get hammered with rising costs, forced to do more with less, while the powerful get richer. That's not responsibility, it's betrayal, and we're done paying that cost. That's why I'm damn proud to stand with Ann for U.S. Senate.
Let's go.
Ann is a Kansas mom who understands our struggle. She's an attorney who defends the rule of law. She'll battle for the CROW Act to shield organizing rights and empower collective bargaining. She'll attack the brutal gap between stagnant wages and skyrocketing costs, healthcare, housing, and our groceries, and they're choking our families. And she'll reclaim Congress's authority, including over tariffs, with ironclad sight of any agency daring to threaten our livelihoods. Ann knows the truth. Unions are our weapon to level the playing field against the wealthy elite. When we speak with one voice, bargain with one force, organize without intimidation, that's when wages soar, benefits strengthen, and families rise unstoppable. To every worker, you deserve warriors in your corner, not enemies with a boot on your neck. You deserve a senator rooted in Kansas, fighting for Kansas, and unbreakable with Kansas workers. Remember, it's better in a union because unity crushes injustice and demands fair wages and safe jobs. It's better in a union because solidarity smashes weak contracts and enforces real accountability. It's better in a union because collective power transforms empty promises into rights.
Yeah.
It's better in a union because together we are invincible. Today is about every worker in every union, about seizing our power and forging a Kansas where no one is left behind. And finally, I want to acknowledge the fierce Kansans propelling Ann to the Senate.
Yes, yes.
The door knockers, the donors, the story sharers, and all of you fueling this fire. Your grit is going to be our strength. Thank you for stepping up. Together, we'll send Ann to the Senate to reclaim what's ours. Rise up and fight on, brothers and sisters. Happy Labor Day.
Rise up! Give it up for Diane. Okay, I'm gonna share a secret with y'all. I'm a very good friend of Ann now, and it's a wonderful ride with her and her husband and her family. Thank you for introducing. My name is Sean Gibbons. Don't look at the program so close because I'm not a first vice president anymore. I'm actually a rank and file dues paying member, right? So the union's in the house today. I see them all over. So give it up for the union. Okay, so what you may not know about Labor Day, that's our union holiday, guys. So we're blessed to send Ann off to Senate, do the right thing, and understand this. The unions cannot be erased by taking their contract. Because that's the number one thing that I hear. I get questions still, even though I'm rank and file, but I answer those questions because of my experience. Okay. You saw Daniel started off, right? Daniel, if you didn't know, now is apparently he's my best friend. I don't I didn't get a vote. The people that I'm with, my group over there, yeah, peace and love. I got you. I understand. But I came here specifically to show Ann something because I'm from Missouri. Okay, no business. We still allies. Don't worry about it. I'm from Missouri. We show people things. She asked me, would I support her? Absolutely. I support my allies, and I ride for you, Ann. So I'm glad you're all here. I'm anxious to see how this keeps growing because every time I see you, it's more people supporting you. So I'm going to plug my thing because what I do is we provide a solidarity happy hour every Friday at the Ship. That's the name of the bar. It's at 1221 Union Avenue, ironically, right? Labor Day. Labor Day blessings for everybody, right? But if you come to the Ship, we show you what solidarity is. Thank you for being here. Let's get to know Ann at the meet and greet. And Rick, where's Rick? Oh, there he is. He told me to do it that way.
Howdy, I'm Rick Hammett. I'm Ann's campaign manager. I just want to take a moment to introduce our team before Ann speaks. Like I said, I'm campaign manager. Erin Adams is a 8th generation Kansan with a master's in history. She's heading up our research department. We've got Mike Trapp, author of The Practical Guide to Building a Better World and principal at Clear Creek Solutions. Mike. We've got Shilpa, veteran 501c industrial complex accountant with a specialty in compliance, who's going to be our treasurer and interim finance director. Christy Allen, our communications director, is a 50-51 organizer with a specific specialty in legacy media, a wonderful fellow organizer. Christy! And then last, but certainly not least, the most important member of our team is Angela Roberts, our wonderful chief of staff, who has already leapt into action in every possible way. Now we have Ann Parelkar, candidate for U.S. Senate.
Diana, thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. I'm even more mad now, but that's good. I'm going to use it for good. Yeah. And thank you for everybody for coming out. I could not have asked for a better turnout with better people. Yeah, I hope the pancakes are good and the granola bars. Have we had them yet? Are they the best in the world? Okay, all right, I guess I'll pay them. Over the past several months, I have come to personally know so many of you. You've told me your stories, your concerns. You've confided in me your struggles, your fears, the things that keep you up at night. Others of you I've known a lot longer, and if you're here, I hope you know how much you mean to me. A lot of you I have stood side by side with as we mobilize to make our voices heard by the suits in Washington. Now the time has come to take that momentum that we have built together, all of that energy from all the people we've met, and channel it collectively. We must have a targeted strategic approach to getting public servants back into our public offices that are currently occupied by servants of self, party, corporation, or billionaire. Those offices belong to we the people. Kansans deserve better than politicians that stumble from one crisis to another, kicking the can down the road for the next people to deal with. We deserve public servants who will work to better our lives and that of our loved ones. In the spirit of Harry Truman, I say the buck has to stop somewhere. It stops with me. That is why I am offering to serve the people of Kansas as your next United States Senator. My name is Parelkar, and I want to work for you to bring Kansas real change and a new path forward. For the last decade, too many of our politicians have used their platforms to sow distrust and division among we the people of Kansas, these United States. With their identity politics, their fake culture wars, and their never-ending race for more power run by leaders on all sides, you and me, we've been forgotten, left behind. You and I are on the same team. You and each other are on the same team. We are on the same playing field. We, the people, are not each other's enemies. We have to stop fighting each other and start focusing on finding common ground. Through endless wars, financial crises, and mismanaged pandemics, our friends, our families, our neighbors, our people have lost their homes, their jobs, some of them their lives. And we've all looked to DC to do something for us. Our voices have fallen on the deaf ears of wealthy suits. Our struggles are foreign to them. They aren't concerned with any of us. They just worry about themselves. We deserve legislators that respect us. The status quo is not the answer. If it were, we would not be here today. We wouldn't have people marching in the street every day just to get their voices heard. We have asked politely. Now it is time to stop asking and start demanding the changes we need. This campaign, our movement, is about two things. We have to lower costs for Kansans, and while we do that, we have to restore the promise of America. We are building a movement, a positive movement, defined not by what we are against, but by what we are for. Ours is a movement that will stand on its own with or without the establishment because we are a movement of, by, and for the people. And we will not take no for an answer anymore. But more than that, we will not accept public officials who ignore us anymore. This is the new American frontier. We want a quality of life and lived experience never known on earth, and not for 1%, but 100% of Kansans. 100% of Americans. These folks in DC seem to think that if they're elected by the people, they're owed that seat. They think it's theirs, but it's not. It's ours. It's y'all's. I say, if you are chosen by the people to go to DC and work for us, you owe us the day-one results. Positive results that work for the people. But we don't get results. We get no accountability, not so much as even a willingness to have a conversation with people who disagree with you. But that is their job. That is the job I will do for you. I won't run away when you're upset. I listen even if you disagree with me.
Yes.
Even if you are angry with me.
Yes.
I am offering to serve you.
Thank you.
Prices go up, wages stay the same, jobs go overseas. The working men and women of our state, we are all left behind to fend for ourselves and fight over the table scraps dripping down from Wall Street in DC, from the elite, from the establishment. I'm sad to say I'm no longer sure who I trust in DC anymore. And again, you and I, we have the same information. We are on the same playing field. We have to start talking to each other, not shouting online or retweeting memes that do nothing more than mislead and sow more division. DC is the problem. We, the people, are the solution. We can't be paralyzed with fear over what we can't do. We have to start figuring out what we can do, and then we have to do it. For 30 years, we've argued over whether health care should be a human right. Today, we still have Kansas families going bankrupt and children losing their lives because the suits in DC, who have great health care that we pay for, by the way, have failed us all. Right here, right now, there are parents in Kansas who are forced to decide between keeping a roof over their children's heads or getting their child the medicine they need. That is morally wrong. It's time to find a path forward. There are two sections of society that should always be held sacred: the elderly and the youth. So I propose Medicare for all kids. That's where we start. Everyone under 18 will be taken into the Medicare system and guaranteed coverage. Every year, my plan will save Kansans thousands of dollars. We will save tens of thousands of working families from bankruptcy. And most important, we will save countless children's lives. And don't dare anyone suggest to me that the families of the working men and women with suffering children don't at least deserve the same coverage that the self-serving sycophants in Washington get. It has been 236 years since our Constitution was ratified. Our ancestors, our grandparents, our friends, our children even, have fought and died to preserve the values of this republic. Our founders guaranteed us that we, the people, will have the power, not a politician, not a public official. You and me, we. You heard from Ms. Diana Hicks, and we are so thankful that she took the time out of her busy schedule to be here for us today. Right now, there is a direct attack on America's labor force. This administration has canceled union contracts and eroded the protections of our federal workforce, our civil servants. The elites know that without unions, the working man has no power. Power transfers fully to the rich and already too powerful. Our unions mitigate the destruction that will inevitably come from allowing that balance of power to collapse. Unions gave us this day off, by the way.
Yeah.
I heard earlier this year, the current administration suggests that there are too many non-working holidays and there should be fewer. This just highlights the reality that those in power are so disconnected from the people they are sent to represent. Hard-working Americans are paid a pittance to punch the clock, scratch out a meager existence to keep their families fed, clothed, and sheltered, with little chance of getting ahead and moving up to a better station in life. There are 11 recognized federal holidays in the United States, and not all private businesses give their employees those days off. The reality is the Kansas laborer buzzes rump to increase corporate profits and executive salaries, and our current administration has the nerve to suggest they don't work hard enough. On this day off, brought to us by the very unions under attack now, we must all stand united with our labor force and demand this attack on our unions stop. Congress needs to pass the PRO Act and strengthen the rights and protections of our labor force. Sorry about that one. But nothing any of us want or hope to do will matter if we lose our democracy, if we lose our country. If the people lose their voice at the ballot box, they will lose it everywhere else, the workplace, the doctor's office, even our own communities. That's why this movement, this campaign, can't just be about lowering costs and helping people better make ends meet. It must be about defending democracy and restoring the promise of America. Democracy is under attack. It doesn't matter who started it, when or where. What matters now is that we, the people, say enough. We will no longer accept corruption and cronyism in our public offices. We will no longer allow anti-American forces to tear us apart. We are one nation, and we must be indivisible. And we must fight for liberty and justice for all if we want it for ourselves, and I know I do. It is up to we the people to decide how we want this nation to be and make it so. No one is coming to save us, only we protect us. This Congress has set fire to the true promise of America. DC tramples our values and they continue to defile our Constitution. They tear apart the institutions our parents and grandparents spent their lives building for us, and they do it under the guise of cutting fraud or waste or whatever else they claim. And no one is upset if we figure out how to best spend our tax dollars. But these people slash without looking at who it's really hurting. Good people, our fellow Americans, our fellow Kansans. And they have no plan for what comes next. To these people, you and I are all non-player characters.
Yeah.
Do you all know what that means?
Yes.
I didn't. I learned 2 days ago. I had it wrong, I was told. So if you don't know what it means, you can ask anybody in their 20s and they will be happy to tell you. If we do this right, if we work together, if we stand united, we will get to fix what they've broken in a way that will actually work for all of us, for the people. We didn't ask for this fight, it came to us, and we must rise to this occasion, or if we do not, what world will we leave our children? We're going to take the good of our past, we're going to learn from and leave the bad behind us, and we are going to make America for the people once again. We will give the government back to its true owners. I know we can, because look how much we've done already. Kansas, we deserve better than the institutions and leaders that have failed us. We deserve elected officials who serve us, whether they are the person we voted for or not. That is their duty, that is our right, and we will have it. I'm Ann Parelkar, and I'm here to offer the people of Kansas my time, my efforts, my knowledge, my services to them as we create a real positive movement for change and a new path forward. I stand with you, I will fight for you, because I am one of you. Together, we will serve the interests of all the people of Kansas, and we will restore the promise of America.
So, I could probably, can everybody hear me? Can you use the mic? Okay. So, my name is Deanne Parelkar. In 2020, I organized a nationwide motorcycle relay of the founding documents. That year we had 136 riders from 34 states. We doubled each year, and by now we're up to 700 riders. Last year we would have hit all 50 states. I was going to take a break this year because I needed to deal with my mental health because it was a lot. I had heard Sharice David speak, Tobias Lincoln speak, and then her speak as well, and I accidentally ran into her at the bus for this. I have not been telling anybody about the relay, which is rare for me, but I was not doing it in 2025 and it felt icky. But for some reason I was compelled to tell Ann what I did. And because of that conversation, that night I went out, I reached out to my riders, and I said, we're going to kick off 2025 with a declarations and no King's Day events all over the country. Everything she just said, without reading our mission and vision, it's in there. So what the Liberty Rides are is we believe completely that the first sentence of the second paragraph of the Declaration are not political ideals to debate. The self-evident truths of equality and inalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are not politics to debate, but they are American principles and should be the common ground that all Americans stand together on and follow the founding fathers' examples, put every other difference aside and start there. So that's the common ground, which you just basically described in your own words. So what I'd like to do is, yesterday I passed off the declaration that I feel that I got signatures on at the No King's Day event to a bicyclist. We ride motorcycles, but this year, no matter what you ride, I'm asking everybody, and we're normally progressive, liberal thinking, progressive thinking motorcyclists. Can somebody open that, please? And this year we're asking anyone, no matter what you are registered as, if you believe that those are that is the foundation of all American principles, to join us. So last night I sent the Declaration and the Constitution with a bicyclist who is riding to California. And so this is a Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Okay, so actually what I have here is the Declaration, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and all of the amendments. And I would like to start it here, but I'm actually gifting this to Ann. And if you guys would want to sign it, because, and I'm asking anyone who believes in that first sentence regarding self-evident inalienable rights to sign these. And people that don't feel comfortable putting their signatures on would say this picture is a zip code. So I'm going to gift this to Ann, and she can do whatever she wants with it. However, I'm kind of hoping that we can actually get this back from Ann around Constitution Day and send it across the country. So, and you can choose if you want to have people sign all of them. And one thing I've learned is really just feel comfortable signing it. Have them put it down. That's just okay. And I want to thank you. This wouldn't happen because I reviewed this year. I'd also now that I'm going to plug the relay. This year, what we're doing is we kicked off on No King's Day. We kicked off on No King's Day. We are relaying for people who are not stopping, and this is the 25-26 relay, and it's going to end on Constitution Day, hopefully in Washington, D.C., with the politician receiving them. We've been trying all these years, 5 years, this is our 6th, to get a politician to make us there, and successfully. You are the first politician that I've been able to hand this to.
For those of us who might not know, will you tell the crowd when Constitution Day
It
is?
is September 17th, and they've made it Constitution Citizenship Day. They've also turned it into a week, because it actually goes from September 17th to 23rd, so that more can be done. Very little is done, and if anybody knows or wants to have a party on Constitution Day, please let me know. I will be there.
You guys all hear that?
Yes.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Let me amplify that with the mic. My name is Mike Trapp. I'm a former elected official. I was a city council member in Columbia, Missouri for 9 years. And one of my favorite things to do as a politician was Constitution Day speeches. When I first met Ann, the first thing she did is hand me a pocket Constitution. And yeah, you can applaud that. You can applaud that because if you come from entrepreneurial space, you'll understand the term value proposition. And Ann does a lot of things great, but to make clear her value proposition, Ann is a moderate Kansas mom who is also a strong defender of democracy. As an immigration attorney, she understands the importance of the rule of law and due process and the constitutional protections that protect all of us. We are not here by accident. We are not here on Labor Day by accident. We are not who we are by accident. But we are union folks. We are friends of Ann. We are activists and organizers. We are Kansas citizens who are rallying behind this moderate Kansas mom who has stepped up to defend democracy. Yeah, you can applaud that. We are a grassroots campaign built upon people power. This is an incredible launch because the people who are here, most of us are organizers. In my experience, an activist and an organizer is worth 100 people. So if you look around, that's a lot of organizing power. But campaigns take money. Early donations are important. They stand out. They allow us to get out our message. We should have a giant lower prices for Kansas banner. We will at the next time if you do one of two things. If you're old school like me and you like cash and checks, we have donation envelopes. If you brought your checkbook, you should always bring your checkbook when you come to a campaign event, just as a political insider. So if you brought your checkbook, if you brought cash, pick up a donation envelope, fill out the important information on it, and leave it at the table. If you did not, if you're a modern person, we have a QR code, and scan that, go to Ann's website, go to our Act Blue page, and make a contribution. Without funds, we are not going to be able to get our message out to the Kansans, and we're not going to win this race. So we need to show up. We need to put our time and treasure into the things that we believe in, and I believe in Ann. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. I want to thank all the campaign team who made this great event possible. We're going to do this. Happy Labor Day. Let's stand up. Let's make it happen. Let's donate money for Ann. I'm going to walk around with some envelopes. Thank you.
I hear from Ann. I don't know who she is. What makes her special to do this job? I want to hear that because that's why I came to hear your strategies, your goals, your feelings about being our senator. Thank you very much.
Okay, so, Hello? Okay. Yes, ma'am. You want to hear my strategies, what I have planned? Well, I say this every time I meet somebody. I think our biggest problem right now is the division in our country. And I stand by that. We have to stop, as I said in my speech, yelling at each other and tearing each other down. We have to start giving each other grace because there is no path forward if we do not find a way to come together. We were founded on the principles of being united, and we do not move forward from this moment right now if we don't do it again. I have said this to a lot of people too. I have my own personal beliefs. They matter as much as yours. So I want to know what y'all need, what y'all want. I know immigration law, that's my background. I know that I can work on that. Now, how I can do that? If I brought the Cliff's Notes version of immigration law, it's this thick. There is no way for me to sit here and explain to people how I can fix that because there's just so much of it. I have never had a case come across my desk, even if I've done that same type of case over and over and over again, that I haven't had to research because there's always some nuance to it. Immigrating to this country is very difficult, and there is a lot of bad information going around about it right now, and they are trying to villainize immigrants based on their lives. I would like to see some sort of rules of ethics for our Congress people. As an attorney, I am bound by my rules of ethics. Doctors take an oath. Who else? Social workers, federal workers take an oath to our Constitution. I take an oath to our Constitution every year. Professional engineers, pharmacists, everybody has rules of ethics that they have to follow, but for some reason our senators don't. They lie to us constantly. They release these bloated, disgusting advertisements during campaign season. I would like to see them not allowed to lie to us anymore. I think if you're going to lie to the people that you represent, then you don't belong in that seat. I would also like to see a way to recall them. You go for us. If we don't like you, you need to leave. So I'll tell you this. You like me? You come to me with a petition with as many people voted for me plus one, and I will resign. I have no problem saying that because I'm not running to be in that seat. I'm running to work for you. Is there anything else in particular that you might need to address? Yes, ma'am. Term limits. And I also like to, I know that there's an amendment now to overturn Citizens United. I would also like to see no more insider trading in Congress. Those seats should not be so lucrative to attract slime balls that they do attract. I want each and every one of you to feel like you can run for this job because you're meant to be able to do it. These are offices of public service. They are for limited time and limited purpose that we loan our power, granted to us by God and guaranteed to us under the Constitution to the people we send to work for us, and then they ignore us. Nope. Yes, sir.
What is your opinion on the situation happening in Gaza?
What is my opinion on the situation happening in Gaza?
Would you support an arms embargo to the state of Israel?
If everything that I believe right now is true, and there is no other information that I gain by my position as a senator, then yes, I believe that I would. I think that it's important to call it a genocide. I was proud actually of Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I do not fancy, but I was proud of her for calling that out for what it is, because it is. Those kids look like my kids, y'all.
Yes, great children.
And if I could go over there and fix it myself, I would. I mean, I've said before, if I could somehow give us all the world that I wish that we lived in, I would. I would have to take the information that I learn and make the best decision for our people. But I would do anything that I could to make sure that those people don't suffer anymore, because we should call out genocide no matter where it is, who it is, no matter what. Ageist. I don't think we should, because I know a lot of old people that are brilliant and we do an amazing job at that job. But I also know that Chuck Grassel needs to retire.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you all for coming out. Thank you for my team. Do make sure you get a constitution. That's kind of my thing. I kind of like it. And thank you for the questions. I really appreciate it.
All right. Almost time to meet, greet, and mingle and actually have one-on-one conversations with Ann. Beforehand, we got 2 things left to go over. I want to mention, we are never going to out-fundraise Roger Marshall. Like Ann said, she was told she needed $30 million to run this campaign. Absolutely not. That's not how we're doing things here. We know going in, the 501c4s are already coalesced behind Roger Marshall. He has more money than we will ever have. So we're going to beat him in one way and one way only. People power. We need people giving their time, their labor. Our org structure is up on Ann's website. It is a list of roles and jobs that need doing. Send a volunteer request through the website. Join us. Help us. We cannot beat that power of the purse. We can beat him with power of the people. Now, we've got Daniel Sharpenberg coming up to say a few words and close us out, and then meet and greet with Ann.
Hey, I wrote notes. Don't judge me. So, again, I want to thank you all
for coming here today. We've heard some powerful words, and we've seen the campaign team, and we've heard from Ann, and we've been reminded of what's possible if we believe in each other. This is about hope, and it's about making sure that when our kids grow up, they see that their community stood up for them. I really think in a decade or so, people are going to be asking, what did you do in the 2020s? What did you do when that stuff was happening? Right? What did you do when people were picked up off the street by guys in masks and disappeared? What did you do? Right? What did you do when they were trying to smash the unions? Right? We're all going to have to answer that. And so now we can say, what are we doing? We're fighting back. We're standing up. We're showing up. And we need to keep doing that. And I also want to say, every movement that has changed this country has started at events like this, with crowds like this, with people who needed to believe they could make a difference. Needed to believe it could make a difference, right? Like I said earlier, it's been 90 years since Kansas has had a Democratic senator. But this is our time.
Absolutely.
This is our moment. And we are going to change that. So let's leave here and keep this fire going. Go talk to your neighbors, go talk to your friends, and remember, you can bring your kids into the movement like I did today. And we just need to all keep being out there, all right? I'm going to be at a rally later, and if you're not busy today, there's lots of Labor Day rallies, right? So I'm going to one in downtown Kansas City. There's one in Topeka too. So if you feel so inspired to go to a rally on Labor Day, it's a lot of fun. You should.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I love you all.
Alrighty, so that's the end. I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna interview some people. Alright, hold on. Okay, guys. Okay, so I saw you were the one cooking the pancakes. So I just want to give a shout out. What's your business?
Oh yeah, I work for a company called Chris Cake.
My bad. Go ahead, one more time.
I work for a company called Chris Cake, and we cater all types of events, especially campaign kickoff. We do lots of carnivals, churches, corporate events, you name it.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. Okay, one more thing before we sign off. Hey, can I get an encore at the beginning?
No.
Oh, come on, you know it's coming, you know I'm late. You couldn't push it off 5 minutes?
We did push it off 5 minutes.
Well, no, time to be here is just suggested, right? I mean, hey, if it's like that, I'll be there for you. I will. I mean it. How's it going?
Hi. I'm sticking my tongue out for your video.
Oh, you're live right now. Yeah.
All right.
The future of working people in this country is not going to be decided by the president, and it's not going to be even decided in Washington. It's going to be decided out in the streets by hard-working people like us. We are going to decide what the future is for working people, not billionaires and not
Washington, D.C.
See why everyone loves him? This is why everyone loves Daniel. Daniel for president 2028.
No comment.
I have skeletons in my closet.
So do we, dude, come on. 34 felony convictions. I mean,
He has Halloween things in his closet. That's
Okay, I'm a federal worker, which means I'm bound by something called the Hatch Act that prevents me from running for public office. And if the President of the United States decides to fire me and my friends, he will regret it.
Yes, most definitely.
Yep.
okay, so before we go, do we have any like tattoos? Like, I know where there's gonna be another one.
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, well, I want the before. I want the before.
Hey, Sean, do this.
Before.
What's happening?
This is the before. I need the before.
Oh, the before? Okay,
Okay.
before.
We're
There's
not
gonna
a
be an
cult.
after.
We're not a cult.
Later
No,
today, later today, there will be ink here later today.
Yes,
All
there
right?
will.
There will be. There will be.
Okay, if next Friday I haven't seen her. Friday I will have the after. Okay.
Come down and film the viewing.
Okay.
Well, it depends on when.
5 o'clock tonight.
Oh, tonight. Come on, you always. It's a busy night, busy day. Okay, so yeah, there is a rally is all over. So check them out. Get online. Message me if you really need. That's about it.